Hi Libra, romance. 8 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Okay, kicking off with the 8 of Cups. This is someone that may be coming in from further afield. This is someone that may be visiting your hometown, visiting your workplace, visiting your neighborhood of some kind here. This person has recently walked away from something, possibly a third-party situation, or is currently walking into a third-party situation because you just may be coupled, Libra. So I feel for those that have someone important or have someone special in their life, I feel like you have someone else that's coming in and offering you romance. Now, the 8 of Cups can also speak of going on a holiday, can speak of traveling or seeking adventure, seeking love, seeking something more deep and meaningful. So for a lot of you, if you have an established connection with someone, I feel like over the holidays you'll be doing a lot of soul searching, but you'll be doing this together. And this is really nice. This shows that you're both looking for something, and you've come up in your power here. So I think you have a lot of direction into what you're looking for, Libra, which is a lot of confidence here, which is great to see. Interesting how the 8 of Cups walks towards the 3 of Swords. However, the 3 of Swords can denote a lover's triangle, a third-party situation, or being conflicted between head and heart. So for some of you, I feel like with the 7 of Swords here present, for some of you, I feel like you'll be tempted with someone else. So I feel as though a part of you may feel guilty for either partaking in flirting. It could be an affair. Maybe you're being whisked away for the weekend and you know it's a little bit dangerous to go. It's a little bit tempting. Something might eventuate. So I feel for some of you, you've got some sort of residual feelings where you feel guilt or you feel torn between your head and your heart because your head may want one thing and may try to rationalize your situation, however. But then your heart comes in and you just can't help the way you feel, Libra. So I think there's a notion of you being quite torn, to be honest, with the 3 of Swords here. Could be several different people. You do have the sign of Libra, strong earth energy here as well. Strong swords in general, to be honest, so air energy. But I think you will definitely experience some sort of internal conflict here. But for some, I feel like you're going to be tempted and you'll actually be considering the offer to partake in a romance when you already have someone around you. For others, this is a little bit different. The Queen of Pentacles is here. This is a strong earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo that is really, really adoring you, Libra. This is someone that's very nurturing and sensual and delicate and soft. Or maybe they're softly spoken, or maybe they're very sensual in their approach. Maybe they're very gentle. They're quite a gentle person, and they're wanting romance with you. They can see that the two of you could have something special. But notice this lush garden around her. I feel like for some, you already know this person and you already have rapport with them. Now, it could be through the career because the Pentacles do denote career, money, finance, work, or a commerce symbolism. So for some, I feel like this person is either someone you work with. It could be a superior because it's come up as the Queen. And it could be someone you have some sort of established rapport with. But things are starting to grow and blossom here. And this could be really, really special here. This could be a very whirlwind romance, you know, because there's flowers. It feels very fruitful is what I'm seeing here. So for some, there's a very fruitful connection that's taking place over this holiday period. And I see that the two of you will be very, very affectionate towards each other, very caressing each other, holding hands, kissing, just brushing past each other and feeling a strong connection. But very, very close in terms of connection here and sharing that physical connection here as well. This can be a lot of intimacy for some of you as well here. Now, the 7 of Swords may be a little bit concerning. It does denote deceit or someone trying to tiptoe. It is the sword, so it could be you, Libra, or you might have another air sign that is perhaps trying to tiptoe around you. Maybe they're trying to tiptoe and not be overly obvious with their connection, with their feelings for you, Libra. But for some of you, I do see that you'll be tiptoeing. I feel like for some, it's like you're walking on eggshells, either because you don't want to give away too much or because you know that something you're doing may be a little bit frowned upon. It could be innocently flirting with someone at work, but then someone might say something because I feel like there's someone looking. You're looking back to see if anyone can see you do what you're doing here. But this won't be for all. This is only for some that decide to do this. This can also be indicative of deceit, however. Not deceit. This can also be indicative of obstacles. So I feel for some I feel like for some Librans, someone that has either cheated on you or has caused you a lot of mental conflict, inner turmoil, is actually coming back. And the Justice card here indicates that it's time to make a judgment call about this person, because they're coming back, but have they changed? They're wanting you because they understand what you had was something deeper, but maybe they've caused you pain, or maybe they've tiptoed around you and haven't been completely honest. Maybe there's been miscommunication because the swords are here. And there's something about balance. The balance has to be deliberated here because you need harmony to move forward with this person. So for some, I feel like a person that has caused you grief or mental instability, or has maybe been involved in a lover's triangle with you, is actually coming back here, Libra, and is actually, making you think differently about them. So for some, this may be coming up. Again, strong earth energy with the Two of Pentacles and Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. There could be several people involved here that are vying for your attention, Libra, that are vying for your love. So this is quite interesting. It could be someone that is coming from further afield. They could be very well cultured. They could have a background somewhere else. They could have ancestral links elsewhere. They could be foreign as well. So they may speak multiple languages, maybe be bilingual. But for some, I definitely feel like it's someone you've already encountered a cycle with. So either you've been in a relationship with them before, or you've done this dance with them before, and they're coming back to you here again, Libra. And for others, you might be juggling between two different people, two different signs here that are both offering you romance, and you haven't come to a conclusion yet. But I think for some, you'll be able to do this because you're coming up upright. So it's almost like someone is going to give you a sign here that shows you they're wanting romance, they're wanting commitment, they're wanting something more. Whilst others will show you signs that they're very open-minded, they're talking to other people. And I think this will be able to... you'll be able to make a good judgment call about this person, about which person to choose, because one is higher than the other. One is a more potential suitor than the other. So this is quite interesting. Could be a fellow Libra here as well, because the Justice card is here. But I think the fact that you've come up in your own reading, Libra, speaks volumes of the sort of energy you'll have. This is you oozing a lot of confidence, direction, mentality, assertion. And I like this. I think you're a very good judge of character. You're coming up upright. So yes, you're attracting a lot of people romantically. For others, I feel like it's doing what is good, doing what you know to be the right decision, because this is about justice. This is about fairness. So I think for a lot of you, the notion of the Justice card, Seven of Swords with the Three of Swords, speaks of you know what's the right thing to do, and you know what's the wrong thing to do when it comes to giving this person a second chance, possibly partaking in a lover's triangle, possibly cheating, or possibly flirting with someone that you know at the end of the day someone else is going to be affected and someone else will get hurt, Libra. But it's about you taking all these into consideration and making sure that harmony and balance is restored. I also feel for some of you, this person that is interested in you may work near the water, may work with theft, law, criminology, the legal system, the government, work for the council, maybe in policing, or maybe something to do with contract and restoring either financial balance or harmony within a society. Maybe they're a public defender, for example. But I think they too want something fair. They're crying out for fairness and equality and justice. So that's quite interesting here. I think there's someone that lives by equality, lives by fairness, has a lot of morals, traditions, etc. So look, I will leave it at that, Libra. I hope this has been insightful.